Hey friends, welcome to week 4. We are in chapters 5 and 6 this week. We've combined 2 chapters, and the titles of the chapters this week are What Keeps Us from Saying Yes to God for number 5, and then number 6 is If It Were Easy, It Wouldn't Be Worth Doing.
Wow.
And I want to kind of camp out on those, just those 2 phrases right there, because I think they speak volumes.
Right.
And Melissa, I don't know if you're anything like myself, but I tend to be a natural quitter. As soon as things get hard, as soon as
Right.
things get to the point where I can't do it on my own strength, I quit.
Right.
And so I was wondering if you would be honest with our friends and share maybe just a couple things that you have had a hard time sticking with in your life.
Okay, well, how much time do we have? Because I relate to this a lot. When the going gets tough, supposedly the tough get going, which means I don't really feel like I'm that tough.
Yeah.
Because I'll start off something so gung-ho, and I know if I stick with it, the results could be really great. But then it gets hard. I start hearing those negative thoughts, or I start feeling down on myself. Weight, you guys who have been with online Bible studies a while, you know how I have struggled with weight and exercise and discipline in that area. Bible study, even, I'll be really excited about a new Bible study. Maybe you guys are feeling this now. I mean, we're over halfway through.
Yep.
It's about time to start quitting, right? Wrong.
That's right.
No. Don't quit. I don't care where you are in the study. Please don't quit. We're not going to quit either.
No.
But cleaning my house, doing date nights with my husband, even, I mean, there's so many things that I can think about that when it starts getting hard, I don't stick with it. I begin to back off.
Yeah. And I think also when things start to get really hard, it becomes a place where we start to question God.
Right.
And that voice going back to the say what week, like, did God
Yes.
really say to do that? Did God really
Right.
tell you to stick through this Bible study?
Right.
Did God really bring us over 20,000 women to this Bible study? You know,
Yeah.
those questions start coming up in my head, and I know your head as well.
That's
and
exactly
so
right.
I want to share with you, though, the verse that we've chosen for this week, because this verse could potentially change everything for you. It's changed everything for me, and I know it has for Melissa as well. Doesn't mean that we don't quit anymore, we don't want to
Right.
quit anymore, but we have found our hope. And this is what
That's
it
right.
says. It's from Romans 5 verse 3. It says, "Not only so, we rejoice in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, and perseverance character, and character hope." And I also want to read verse 5. It says, "And hope does not disappoint us because God has poured out His love into our hearts by the Holy Spirit whom He has given
Right.
us."
Right.
And so, my friend, today, I don't know what you're ready to quit on. I don't know what you're ready to give up on. I don't know what the enemy is trying to tell you to not stick with it
Right.
anymore. But Melissa and I are here today to be that gentle voice of hope and say, stick with it.
That's right.
The things that God has called you to do, the dreams, the desires, the yeses that He wants you to say, stick with it. That's what we want to share with you today. So we want you to blow this up on social media.
Right.
We want you to tweet, stick
Stick
with
with
it. Hashtag stick with it. And we're going to be looking to see what you're sticking with this week. And I want you to remember that phrase every time this week you want to
Right.
quit something. You're going to say, nope, I'm
Gonna
sticking
stick
with it.
And you know what else? Another thing I want to say, I mentioned some things that might sound like kind of trivial, like trying to lose weight or trying to exercise or whatever. But you know, Romans 5:3-5 really got me through my miscarriage. That was a trial, and I did not want to go through it. I wanted to ignore the world. I wanted to turn to everything except for God because I was so upset. But when this verse was shared with me, I thought, oh my goodness, to persevere, which is to stick with it, is going to bring out character and character hope. And I have seen that lived out when I've chosen to stick with it in my life and in others' lives.
Wow.
So no matter what you're going through, God is here for you.
Yeah.
And we want to encourage you to stick with it.
Oh, the earth come alive, lift your eyes to the morning. Let